Hey fam, I do apologize for not putting out any content for quite some time. I think it's been a little over a week. My allergies have been wild lately. They've been acting up, so it's been tough to try and record anything. As well as IRL, I've been extremely busy, just working a lot. So I haven't really had the time to sit down and record. But we do have the 1.6 teaser. They did the live stream. Unfortunately, I was not able to be there for that. Once again, I was working. But we do have the teaser, so I did want to go ahead and check this out with you guys and talk about how Winter Soldier Anby is going to save my account. And the reason being, she looks great. Look at her. Dual swords, man. That's what it is for me. Trigger looks great as well, but Anby is the one for me because dual swords, electric DPS, fast and flashy, all over the place. That's my style. That is what I look for in a character. And I know a lot of people are not too excited about Anby, which is understandable, right? It's Anby and it's just almost like a reskin in a sense. But for me personally, she fits my style, and that's why I'm super excited about her. But I'm also excited about Trigger. And this part right here, Soldier 11, Anby, back to back. I was about to say side by side, back to back. Putting in work, cooking, and then you get this bop. I'm telling you, Zenless Zone Zero's music, they're bar none, hands down the best in the industry. Of all a gacha, Zenless Zone Zero kills it with the music. I don't care what anybody says. Anyways, Silver Soldier Anby, Winter Soldier Anby, S rank Anby, she's gonna save my account. And the reason being is because I need an electric DPS. Pokra looks great also. Super excited about these characters. I need an electric DPS to round out my account. Bro, Trigger design is just a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and her gameplay looks incredible. Talking about Trigger really quickly, this is a stunner that I'm incredibly excited about because if I understand what she's doing, hopefully I do just by her gameplay that I saw, she looks like she's going to be a stunner that's going to be able to stun off field, because stunners take up a lot of time on field, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't think stunners were that valuable, because you're using field time for the stunners to stun when you want the DPS to have the majority of the field time. By the way, that man's using a scythe. That looks incredible. But if you have Trigger off field doing attacks that can build up days, hey, we got, I believe her name's Vivian if I'm not mistaken, Vlad and Vivian. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. If you have a stunner that can build up days off field to where they're doing damage off field and building up days while you're utilizing your main DPS, that is extremely valuable in my opinion, of course, and that is what makes a stunner really good. So if Trigger's able to do that, then that's awesome, right? And I think she's incredibly valuable for that alone. But Anby's the one I'm here for. Anby's going to be the one to save my account, because that electric DPS is going to round my account out, and I'm going to have the majority of things covered at that point. And Shiyu defense, tower, deadly assault, we're going to be able to take it on with that electric DPS for those electric weakness enemies, right? So I'm Silver Soldier Anby, super excited about, but I'm also really excited about Trigger. This event looks really cool as well. Practice range, that's awesome. To have Trigger and Anby on the same team is going to be, I think that's going to be a very strong team to utilize. So this update in of itself is going to be really good. And then I believe Anby's going to be first, and Polka is going to be on the banner as well, or on Trigger and Anby's, or just on Trigger. I'm not too sure. Either way, Polka looks to be a very nice A rank physical stunner. And I believe she's the only physical stunner in the game, if I'm not mistaken. You can let me know in the comments down below if I'm mistaken on that, but I believe she is the only physical stunner in the game. And she's going to be an A rank, and I think you're going to be able to get her for free. And then we're getting 10 pulls for the bang boos. Like 1.6 is going to be popping, absolutely popping. And then I think we're getting a side story. What? And then you got this. What is that? I do want to talk about that here in just a second, but we're getting a side story for Anby and Trigger. That's going to be awesome, right, to be able to get that. I did want to go ahead and talk about this right here. So I believe Soul, massive shout out to Soul, by the way, hopefully going to be collabing with him soon. Soul went out to put a video about buffing characters, and he went ahead and talked about, which is something that I was going to do a video on, but I'll just let you watch his video because he touched on it. How they can buff characters, and one way that they can buff, and I believe he touched on this, is like with Hollow Zero Void. You know how you get those buffs and it alters the character's gameplay? I believe that's something that they can go ahead and implement to bring characters that are older or relevant to whatever meta that we're in. So for example, if we're in 3.0, to be able to make 1.0 characters relevant again, give them like a buff to where they implement already what they have in the game with Hollow Zero Void. Just go ahead and implement that into their kit and find ways to, you know, get the resources to unlock that and then be able to use that on those characters, so then it brings them into prominence again and makes them relevant to wherever the said meta is. I think that's a real practical way to buff characters and an easy way to implement it, because it's already foundationally built into the system, so it shouldn't be too hard to do that, and it can make characters strong again that were, you know, 1.0. So for example, like Ellen, you know how you can get the buffs and it does her Getsuga Tensho after certain attacks. You know, to be able to just implement that within her kit, I think that would be phenomenal. Or Yanagi, how she's able to do those just rain down electric attacks. I think that would be fantastic to just implement as a buff, like a Zenkai buff for those characters. I think that's phenomenal. By the way, the top-down gameplay, very cool. Reminiscence of what they had in events for Ether Gazer. You had some top-down events. Might have took some inspiration from that possibly. That's really cool. Yeah, so all in all, I mean, 1.6 is shaping up to look really awesome, you know, with Anby, Trigger, Pulchra. Like, that's a lineup in of itself. And then we have the side stories for both. You know, we're having a double a top-up event. We have the new drive disc that we're going to be able to utilize for obviously Anby and Trigger. So this is jam-packed. And it's funny because Zenless Zone Zero continues to find a way to jam-pack events, even when it's quote-unquote filler. They still go ahead and implement a lot within these events and with these updates. So it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna be having a lot of fun with it. Gonna be having a good time. Once again, I do apologize for not live streaming, for not dropping any content. It's been tough, you know. Once again, IRL stuff. Hold on, I didn't get a chance to actually read these. So Shadow Harmony, damage of aftershock and dash attack is increased by 15% upon hitting an enemy with an aftershock or dash attack. If damage dealt aligns with the equipper's attribute, the equipper gains 1 stack of buff effect at most once per use. For each stack, the equipper's attack increased by 4% and crit rate increases by 4%. That's really nice. Okay, and then Fatham's Melody, Anomaly Mastery. Interesting. When any squad member uses an EX special attack, the equipper's anomaly proficiency increases by 45 seconds for 8 seconds. I'm already thinking of Miyabi, Bernice. If the character using the EX special attack is not the equipper's ether damage is increased by 25%. Very interesting. Ether damage specifically. Okay. Well, I mean, I was thinking Nicole, but I don't think you're not going to really use it on Nicole for anomaly proficiency. This could be for a future character. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm thinking of a future character, maybe Vivian. It'll be Ether Anomaly. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This seems to be more for a future character, but I was thinking Miyabi initially, and then I was thinking also Bernice, but for the anomaly proficiency stuff. But for ether damage specifically, that's interesting. That could be for a future character. Anyways, 1.6 looks to be a banger as usual. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. We're gonna get back into it, hopefully consistently once again. Anyways, thank you guys for all the support. I do truly appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. Call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.